Hello everyone, this is Nemea Wantang with Family Travel Africa, and I'm here with Azee. Azee is my nature guy, so we're doing one of our videos, and today, what are we going to talk about?
Wildebeest.
Wildebeest. So we're going to find out just how wild is the wildebeest, right, Azee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you seen a wildebeest before?
Yes.
Where did you? You saw a whole bunch of them.
Kenya.
In Kenya. And so that was last summer. We had a wonderful trip to Maasai Mara, and we actually watched the migration of the wildebeest, or some of it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But before we do that, let's talk about the wildebeest. Okay, so Azee, tell me what you know about the wildebeest.
Dutch for wildebeest.
So that word is derived from the Dutch language. And what does it mean?
Wild beast.
Wild beast. And in the Afrikaans language, which is spoken in South Africa, it means wild cattle. They're also known as the nu. You remember that word?
Oh, yeah.
With the silent G in front of it?
Mm-hmm.
And so nu is a word from the San people. San people live in southern Africa. They were the first inhabitants of that area, first people to live there. So let's talk about this wildebeest business. Wildebeest belongs to the family Bovidae.
Bovidae.
And you remember we talked about a genus which is part of a bigger family, right? And that word is Conochetes.
Conochetes.
And that's from Greek.
Greek.
And it's derived from the mane and the beard of the wildebeest. Yeah, because we're gonna describe it very soon. So you tell me what you learned. How many species of the wildebeest are there? Two. What and what?
The black wildebeest and the blue wildebeest.
Good job. Which one did you see in Kenya?
Blue wildebeest.
Excellent. All right, so let's look at our map here. And it kind of tells us where they live. If you look at the map, as the blue dots there, that's for the blue wildebeest. And the yellow is for the black. And that darker part where they kind of meet is where you can find both black and blue.
Where's the red?
The red is like bodies of water, I believe. So how do we tell the difference? How do you say this is a black or this is a blue wildebeest?
The black is kind of like a real black, but the other one is like a black bluish.
Okay. So you can see some difference in the color of their coat. But what about their horns? I think that could help us even more.
The blue wildebeest's horns like do this, it does this, and then right, it does a curve, and then it just like the straight curve, and then right up, and then the other one. But the black wildebeest does this, and it makes a U, then it goes back up.
So it seems like the blue wildebeest, which is the one on the left here, the horns go out to the sides of it, while the black, the horns go forward. Yeah, so they curve and they go forward.
Mama, the black one looks weird.
Well, don't say it looks weird. I think you were just used to seeing the blue one. Because if you first saw the black one, you wouldn't know the difference and there would be no weird. Yeah? Look at the color of the tail.
It's like peach brown.
So it's really light, almost whitish, blondish. But then you have a very dark tail on your blue. Yeah. And it also appears that its mane is different. Yeah. The mane looks a little different.
Black and with that color.
Yeah, it looks like it is also thicker, perhaps.
Wait, what's thicker?
I don't know. It looks like the black wildebeest is, at least this one looks like it could work on an afro. Right. All right, so now we can talk about its behavior. Wow, look at that. Now that picture is from Maasai Mara. Yeah, so we took that picture. And we noticed that the wildebeest were often around zebras. Yeah, like in this picture, it's very common actually.
And the zebras make them alert because when they start like running off, the wildebeest will start running.
Yeah, so the wildebeest like to hang around the zebras because they kind of alert them on if there's a predator around. Yeah, because the zebras will start running off, and then the wildebeest are like, oh wow, we gotta go too. You know, no one wants to get eaten, right?
Yeah, but when we were driving, there's that zebra. No, sure.
There was a zebra.
Yeah, no, dead. No, we saw one, remember?
Oh yeah, dead zebra. Yeah, so what kind of predators come after the wildebeest?
Vulture.
Well, that's when they're already dead, right? Because the vultures eat.
And
so who's out there to kill and eat the wildebeest?
Hyena.
Spotted hyena. Like this one here, we see this one, you know, looks like it's got a leg of a wildebeest. Yeah.
And
cheetahs, leopards, lions, any carnivores, right? If they're big and strong enough. Now, once the wildebeest is dead and everyone has filled their bellies, then those vultures come in and take over. Ooh. Like, we're gonna get it on the party. And so other things that we can talk about, just how to identify this wildebeest. They have those horns we talked about, they're grayish brown. And the ones that we saw, this seems like a pretty good characteristic. The hind parts, so its back legs are a lot bigger than the forelegs. Yeah. And then the blue ones that we saw in the Maasai Mara area, they're bigger than the black ones.
Yeah, because the black ones are like red, like smaller, you see right.
Yeah. So the black ones, you'll see they get up to about 180 kilos, but the blue ones can be 250 kilos. That's a lot that's a lot of pounds. And then who's bigger, boys or girls? Yeah, that's always a good answer. It tends to happen that way. The males are larger than the females typically.
Just like alligators and crocodiles.
Yeah, we did learn that too.
On average.
Now the lifespan can be greater than 40 years old, but most of them die in their 20s. Yeah. It's hard if you're constantly running away from pet predators, right? Yeah. Let's talk about the most fun part of that safari was watching the wildebeest cross the Mara River. You remember that? Yeah. And so this picture here is actually from the Serengeti, which is in Tanzania. We didn't go to the Serengeti, but we saw the same thing at Maasai Mara. So if you look at the beginning here, who's leading the pack? What animal is this here?
Zebra.
Off to the side. Yeah, those are zebras. Again, those zebras, you know, they are really alert for predators, and so the wildebeest try to capitalize on that. And then here is what we saw. These are our pictures from Maasai Mara. And you can see them crossing the river, part of the river there. There's like hundreds of them all the way back there.
Then there was crocodiles just hanging out.
Yeah, the crocodiles were on either side. And so, sometimes the crocodiles
get them.
Yeah, when they're crossing. You know, this is dangerous business, right?
Yeah, for the wildebeest.
For the wildebeest.
But for a cheetah, wouldn't.
I don't know. Even cheetahs have predators.
But leopard, it wouldn't be. Because leopard can kill crocodiles.
Well, that is true. You're all about the battles. So, why do they do this? Why do they take this big risk to migrate, and possibly get killed? And they do this every year, like twice a year at least, right? Yeah. So what we learned was that some of them are very sedentary, which means they don't really go migrating like the ones we saw. But a lot of the blue wildebeest are migratory. And so why do they do this?
Because they want more food.
Yeah, so they do it for food. They do it for water, surface water. They kind of need to drink. and they will migrate in the rainy seasons, in the dry season. And what we also learned was they're looking for good grass, right?
Yeah, because they need that for the babies for milk.
That's right. We learned that they need grass that has high phosphorus content, because that helps, that phosphorus, that element is what helps them make really good milk for their babies. Get them nice and strong. And this is why they migrate. All right. So this was fun. We want everyone to know that we do have a video on our channel, which is about a minute long, that summarizes the migration. So now we know why they migrate, right? They do it about twice a year for food, for water, and for phosphorus and nitrogen.
And the babies.
And the babies. We have to protect the babies. That's what life is about. What?
And I saw a book that on the end it said, this thing on a zoo to protect baby cheetahs.
Yeah, so even the wildlife, they're all about protecting their babies. They want to live, and they want their babies to live even if they don't live. Kind of like us humans. But yeah, so that wraps things up, and we're going to include like a 2-minute video at the end if anyone wants to watch what we saw with the wildebeest migrating.
Wait, 2-minute video?
Yeah, it's about 2 minutes. Thanks for watching.
Comment, like, share, subscribe.
And subscribe. Oh, until next time, this is Za'e and Neme with Family Travel Africa.
Don't cut that part out.
Bye-bye.